Golden Globes were just on January 5th, hosted by Nikki Glaser, who's known for her brutal comedy and her lack of caring for what people think. So, what's strange about this is there was a part in the actual Golden Globes where she took a little tally, she took a little toll of where they were out for shout-outs.
It's time for our mid-show recap, and I'm here on the floor with all of my peers.
And what's weird about this, it's now making the rounds, is that it preceded the fires that took place and are now still out of control, encroaching on Brentwood and others. 11 people have died. 11 people have died so far. It's terrible. Now, what's weird about Nikki Glaser, she's known for her brutalistic comedy approach. The Brutalist also won big at the awards. Brutalism has to do with architecture and building. There's a lot of talk about the fact that soon they were going to kind of revamp LA, and we're actually in a process now of getting ready to change the whole dynamic of it, putting more people in the area than possibly before. Where there was single occupancy, now they want more. But what's weird about Nikki Glaser's monologue is partway through, she stopped. She wanted to take a little toll. She wanted to take a little tally of, all the shout-outs that were going down.
And the acceptance speeches have been on fire. On fire. Who got shouted out the most?
And it started off innocent enough.
Let's look at the numbers. Cast and crew are leading the way with 11 mentions.
Cast and crew got 11. Moms got 3. And then she paused for a second to say God got 0.
God, creator of the universe, 0 mentions.
Some people are saying that could be the reason that, these fires started. But what's strange about this is if you're new to the channel, I've been talking a lot about Samson. Samson, who is one of the biblical judges, the last biblical judge in the book of Judges, who comes in basically before the king. And he kind of burns it all down. He's known for that. But he's also known for slaying 1,000 men with a donkey's jawbone, which is strange because before I started taping this show, I stumbled upon the fact that there are donkeys, mules, that are now being featured in little viral videos that are escaping the fires. It's another Samson connection. But then I listened to Nikki Glaser's speech.
The acceptance speeches have been on fire.
First thing she says is, everywhere you look, there's a fanning.
This is so exciting because everywhere you look, there's a fanning.
Now, why is this interesting? Well, because when Christ comes to set the world on fire. And he actually says that his winnowing fan is in his hand. He's going to fan the flames.
This is so exciting because everywhere you look, there's a fanning.
He's going to fan the flames to thoroughly cleanse the threshing floor during the wheat harvest. And then he says he's going to gather all the wheat into his barn. That's like the good people, right? There's the wheat and the tares. But the rest, he will burn up with an unquenchable fire as chaff. Now, why do I bring this up? Because Nikki first says there's a fanning everywhere.
Everywhere you look, there's a fanning.
Then she goes on to say that God got 0 votes.
God, creator of the universe, 0 mentions.
Which she clarified and said there's no surprise there in this godless town, to which everyone laughed.
No surprise in this godless town.
But then the next part is what's strange, because Samson is connected to the honeybees and the carcass of the lion. And it was after collecting the honey from the honeybees that he went back to his bride and he started the fires. But Nikki then says, after she makes fun of the fact that they're, a godless people, she says the room's been a buzzing about, guess what? comebacks.
The room has been buzzing and buzzing, and there's been a lot of talk about comebacks. Right? There's been a lot of talk about comebacks.
Comeback. And when Christ comes again, there's going to be fire. So you tell me. You think the Samson option's on the table? If you haven't seen my last show, check it out. Love each and every one of you. Got a big show for you coming up. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure you share the channel around. Thank you for all that you do. I hope you're having a great day. I'm really excited because I'm putting together this live stream. My laptop just got fixed. So that's why I've been doing more produced shows. I can't wait to come live to you with all the news, with what just happened with President Donald Trump and Vince McMahon. Speaking of a godless society, on this side where no one gives God a shout out, where there's a fanning and a buzzing and the talk of comebacks, and the fact that she said the comment section, I didn't want to leave this one out, is on fire.
And the acceptance speeches have been on fire.
That was the first thing she said. Fire, bees, fanning, and comebacks. Interesting. In New York City, the day that President Donald Trump, which I was hoping and praying everything would go smooth, that he wouldn't end up getting a jail sentence, because that would have been surely kind of a catalyst for some kind of a civil war of sorts, God forbid. Well, they're not seeking jail time. They're they're just going to give him the title of felon, which, by the way, I don't think it's going to stick. But also at the same time, guess who was ringing the bell at Wall Street? God loves NYC. God loves NYC. And Vince McMahon also got off for $1.7 million. 17. All right. I love you all. Make sure you subscribe. Have the best day ever. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Make believe with me. Picture yourself happy and free, living your life the way you want it to be. No more worries, no fear, no trouble, only peace. Happy at work, at home, with family or alone, regardless of where you roam. Imagine joy is all you know. Imagination is the ground where your future grows. Imagination is the key, you see. If you'd only believe, you'd receive what waits behind the door of infinite possibility. There is a desire in your heart. From this desire you must never part. See the end from the beginning. Picture it all in your mind. Worry about how you'll get there. Only see the end result, regardless of